Hey guys, welcome back. It is your favorite Gimp with a Limp, and we're here the next round of Company of Heroes. We're finishing right back off where we left off, so we are in our supply phase. Before we get started, I did want to address a couple things. One, I did find a neat file on Thingiverse for trays you can print off. There are tank trays and infantry trays if you do need some extras. So this is a tank tray that I printed out, or I should say vehicle tray. But you can put any of your vehicles on it, fits them perfectly. Got a little slot that fits very well for the dice. There are trays just like these for your infantry as well. So if you need extras, you can print them. I will just warn you though, that these are very thin. So be careful when you're pulling them off the supports, because they do have a tendency to break. I actually broke the first one trying to break it loose from the mold, the supports. But it works very well. So cool there. Second part, talking about this terrain, the cover. Okay, so let's move forward a little bit so I can show you guys the on-map cover. I was debating with a guy on it, and I want to make sure I'm right, because as far as I understand it, reading the rules, for cover, it's all about your sight line, chase from center hex, crossing one of those cover lines, but he's talking about that you have to be in the hex for it. So unless I missed something when I was reading in the advanced rulebook about the way the onboard cover works, I'm playing it right. You guys let me know if you have to be in the hex for it, but I don't believe you do. I think it's just crossing the sight line. We're going to play it that way this round, until I find out different. If I do find out I'm wrong, I'll retcon it and change the way I'm playing it. Probably won't, go back and try to change anything from the game. We'll just keep playing on. But you guys let me know down in the comments whether or not I'm right or he's right on this. The way I'm playing it, sight line crosses it, you get the cover bonus. The way he's saying it, you have to be in the hex. And you can see the hex, like this one has cover here. This one has cover here. But the way I'm playing it, like if someone was shooting across there at this unit, he would still get that cover bonus because he's on the other side of the cover. All right, so it would work. All right, so I already got us set up for the supply phase. Fortunately, the Americans did not get any extra stuff on the board just yet. I was not able to capture myself that victory control point like I wanted. So I'm really struggling for victory points right now. And I was debating on holding on to some points, but I figured I need more units on the board. I got to start cracking these guys out. So I went with the Greyhound, the armored car, and I gave it the bonus. I spent the extra munitions to give it the ability to have a explosive round as well. So it's got 2 anti-infantry dice, the speed die, and the explosive die. So that's what I've got here, the explosive die and the speed die. So that's just there to remind me when he fires, he gets 2 anti-infantry dice, and I get to add that dice. So cool stuff there. We're going to push on with him straightforward and hopefully try to hold back the enemy forces, because they're really bunching up in the center. All right, so over here for the Soviets, I was like, what am I going to do? Who am I going to buy? Am I going to buy anything? Am I going to save it? Well, thanks to this round, we got ourselves an extra control point here for manpower. Oh, and someone did ask this. I'll go ahead and address it in the video just so you guys know. There are more control points on this whole map than I have flags, right, to use. So I'm just putting the flags out on the control points that have been captured. If I run out of these, I don't think I will, but if I run out of these, then I'll go to the paper ones, but I don't want to use those if I don't have to, because I really like these. So that's the way I'm playing, right? Just I don't have enough flags to put them out all across the map. Otherwise, I would go ahead and have the pole there. Is what it is. So I decided to go ahead and stick with my infantry swarm idea for now. I'm hoping that works for me, that I can get enough guys to kind of force through the attack, gain some type of control point. I need to get at least a control point here and a control point on the American side if I have any hope of sticking in this game. And right now I'm looking at it, if we move forward here, These mortars are close enough that they can get into this building and then get to this fuel. So it's, what do I go for, right? What do I do? And I'm thinking I gotta go control point. I gotta go victory point because I need the points. So you see it's 1, 2, 3. I can get right in there. I think that's my best bet. It would give them an arc of fire going out in that direction from the building. Wait, no, mortars can't enter buildings. That's right, mortars can't enter buildings. Oh, I keep forgetting that. I'm going to have to send the infantry in there. All right, that does narrow down my options. The mortars are going for their fuel. That's fine. I got to capture fuel. I do not have enough fuel to do what I want with the Soviets anyway. So my goal is to push the tank forward in hopes that it can kind of block these guys off and have the mortars get here. We'll have to see how that plays out. I'm not entirely sure. All right. Now, for the rest of it, we're going to go ahead and get into the maneuver phase. I do have new units out there, but we'll show those here in the next maneuver phase for the AI. All right, so I'm thinking I do not have to worry. And let me grab this to show you guys. This does not show directional, but I think this is going to be directional anyway. Right? So if he's like that, his arc of fire, but it would be 360 with that. See, the tanks show directional. All right, so like you look here, it shows that this anti-infantry weapon is directional. So it's front arc only, but it shows that the turret is 360. With this, I'm guessing that means I can fire in a 360-degree direction with the Greyhound since it's not designated. I'm going to read the rule book again one more time just to make sure that I'm not reading that wrong. Okay, so if I am correct on reading that one more again, the firing arc's only going to apply to things like machine gun teams, anti-tank weapon teams, and heavy vehicles with the red. All right, so this is a yellow versus a tank, which is a red. So that's why it's not going to have that. So I don't think it's going to apply in his case. What we're going to do is we're going to spend this green die for an extra movement, and then our 3 command points here. So that's going to get him 4 hexes out. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we will move up over to here. Place that right there, which means we are here. And now we're within 2 hexes of these guys. So I get to flip. No event, no event, no event. It's an event. What the hell? Reinforce. Okay, I got to figure out what this event is. Oh no. Okay, please tell me that we are past 5 hexes. All right, so what reinforce does right here, all infantry green AI units within 5 hexes of the revealed event token are reinforced to full health. That is very much bad. So what we are looking at here are these guys, and I think they are just out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 hex. 1 hex for those guys going back up to full health. My God, that was getting ready to be bad. All right, so that works out well for us. That actually means they still captured this point because, I mean, this was still a unit up until that point, but, oh, well, not a big deal. But now that opens that up. There's less for me to worry about. Now I kind of wish I'd left my other infantry over here because they could run in and snag that point. But I do have this guy to be able to fire at their units that are going to come down this arc. All right, so I was trying to decide over here for the Soviets, what am I going to do? What is going to be my points? And I kind of think I got to try to get in the way over here of the enemy coming in. I could run in the mortars first, but then I'm worried about these guys getting right on top of them. I don't know. Actually, screw it. We're going to go with the mortars. This might fail for me, but I got to try to capture some of these points. So I'm going to run the mortars up and put them right there so they can be capturing that fuel. And then I'll pull the tank around on the next turn to see if they can kind of guard. All right, so I got the camera set up over here, just depending, again, on which unit gets activated. So let's draw our card. And we have got General Advance, which means they are going to be going green units towards a victory point. Now, to determine it, it is the green unit closest to a victory point and then the reading order. Only thing is, this side controls 2 units that are both on victory control points. We've got this one here, and we've also got that one over there. And they are both on top of a victory point. Now, here's the thing. The way I'm looking at it, it's not a good idea for them to just sit there. They're going to try to capture this one. So that's what I'm going to have them do, because the priorities is move towards the nearest victory point, and it's AI control victory point. Where they're both on one, and them just staying put isn't like a good tactical decision, I don't think. You guys let me know if I'm reading that wrong, but I'm reading this. I want them to move towards something. So we got guy here, guy over there, and they're both 1, 2, 3, 4 hexes away from this last victory point they do not control. But here's the thing. This one is on this line, and the other one is on this line, which means he's going to be hit first in the reading order, which is actually what I don't want. I want the other one to move. But this one is going to move and go into the back of this building as we make our call. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3 for him to move into the building. And now he is here, 1 hex away from controlling the last victory point on the map. I am getting just stonewalled crushed here. I mean, I've got more like stuff coming in, but since the AI doesn't have to worry about paying for their crap, they get their crap each round no matter what. They have the units to do that. Now, unfortunately for me, both AI units did roll to go towards center. So like they're moving forward and then cutting in on me. So they're kind of flanking me as it is. So this one is for this side and that one is for that side. We'll see what happens with them. Remember, blue units do get sight range of 4. That's the exception when it comes to sight rules, but we do get to shoot back at them if we have something in range. All right, so that was our mobile. Let's pop over to our feeble commander. All right, so feeble actually lost a unit because remember, one of theirs was an event. So let's draw a card, and you gotta be kidding me. I swear to God, I shuffled these things. I'm showing you guys, look at that. General advance, recon. Danger close wasn't there. Cavalry, tactical advance, cover, danger close. I have drawn them almost perfectly back to back to back. You gotta be kidding me. I think we're going to do nothing for them. That's going to be a pass. Well, actually, no, that won't be a pass because they can go down to the next one, which is going to be moving their yellow guy because these guys are pinned. So they can't move unless they're retreating and they're not getting an order to retreat. So instead, we will be moving this yellow, and he has got an order to do a capture point, I believe. Yellow assault is what he got. I'll throw it up there in the corner. All right, so it's going to be this yellow unit. We know that. He's going to be moving to the nearest enemy unit closest to a victory point. So, he is going to be moving towards my yellow unit. Let's move this over to y'all. And we will spend his die so we don't forget and go 1 and then 1, 2. So that's 2 points. He's got 1 left he can spend, but that will also reveal him. And this is look at this crap, man. All right, this is directional, so I have to point him towards something. This is actually a yellow that's been getting this bonus move the whole damn round that doesn't qualify for it. Oh, damn. Oh, it's so funny. All right, so he's got a range of 3 and 2 armor-piercing shots. That is not good. All right, so we are going to point him in this direction because he is definitely going to be shooting at him, and we will put those there so we remember that he has moved up and he's being a little pain in my butt. All right, so let's flip over back to my guys, run through another quick maneuver phase. All right, so I got some choices here on what I am doing. Well, since he's pinned, I got my machine gunners in a good spot. I want to leave them there. Mortars can hit. The machine gun can take him out on the next round. So I can move these guys up to go after there to help take out those yellows. But that means I'm giving up on that control point. Oh, okay. Well, that sucks bad. Crap. Shoot. What am I doing here? Okay. I've got all these command points to spend, and I don't know what I want to spend them on now. Because I want to move these guys up to here so they can shoot at them. Actually, I could move them to here. Yeah. I move them to there, and they would be able to fire in either direction, and I'd have one command point left, and I've got the thing where I can put some sandbags down. So yeah, let's do that. Okay, we're going to go here. We're spending 2 to get there. I've got the experience booster that makes it to where one command point now gets me some sandbags. Key thing is, where do I put those sandbags? Left or right? And I think we're going to go right just in case, because I have a feeling more enemies are going to come from this direction. And this kind of completes out this wall of cover here. To give them a little bit of a defensive bonus. That way, if I want to shoot that way, I can. If I want to shoot this way, I can. That's a good choice. Mortars can hit there. Mortars can hit there. Machine gunner can hit him. All right, so I can divide my fire out depending on which way I need to go with it, hopefully taking out both enemy units on the next round. Yes, good job, Gimpy. All right, so I've got lots of maneuvering left to do over here. I could have brought these guys up, but now I could bring them close to getting to that victory point. The only problem is there's a blue guy way back there that if I move him up, that building could block, but he could end up getting shot where he can't shoot back, but he would have some cover, but I can't get in there until the next round. Oh, these are thoughts. These are thoughts. And I kind of want to move up that tank too. And I got other guys I got to move up. It's who am I moving up and where and when. But I've got to get a victory control point going. I have to. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. I could get in the building and that would negate, I think, the cover bonus. Or we'd be fighting over it. Okay. Well, that's a thought. That is a thought. I'd have to look that up. I'm not entirely sure how that works on the big building because I didn't get the terrain pack that has this building. You guys let me know how this is going to work. If I move him here, 1, 2, 3, put him right there next to it, reveals that enemy unit, and then we fight over that, what happens? What happens indeed? Okay. Well, all right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to divide this out. I'm going to spend 1 here to move him to here because I can keep going up that way or this way on the next one. And I'm going to spend the 2 over here on this tank because I wanted to go ahead and get him up and have him like so. That way he's kind of guarding these mortars. So hopefully they'll survive to capture that fuel point because that's key. I really need that. And keep those guys off of them, maybe. Crossing our fingers, see which way that goes. And maybe get some shots going on towards old yellow that's hanging out way back yonder. All right, so we'll throw these on with him. All right, yeah. We'll go with that. But I now have to reveal old boy here. No event, no whammy. Veterans and crap. Oh shit. Oh, look at that. They do fire. They have a reaction and they have inherent good yummy stuff. They automatically kill one of my infantrymen. Now the building is different than the natural terrain that I'm talking about over here, and the fact that he is firing out of the building. So that cover bonus that he's receiving, he wouldn't be getting that. So if I pushed in, I don't know. You guys let me know if they're both in a building, right? What happens as far as the cover bonus? Do they still get the 2 dice, or do they not get the 2 dice if they're both inside a single building? As it is, I'm now going to be losing these infantry very soon because they have still, during the combat phase, infantry, anti-infantry, and explosives that they can fire down on these guys, and they have no other target to do so. So yeah, they'll be doing that. This is bad. All right, very quickly, let's draw the last couple of cards. We'll do one more round and then finish up on the next one. He's moving towards a control point. Yellow is. There's a control point here for him to get to. So let's see if that says anything different. I've only got 1 yellow to choose from. Move towards nearest control point. AI does not control. Priorities is going to be victory points over the others, and then reading order. Well, that's key because he's got 4 movement. So 1, 2, 3, 4. He can get to there and get there, or he can get 1, 2, 3, 4. He can control that, but I think red blocks line of sight. 1, 2, 3. That's the closest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, they could gain control of this munitions point. So if we spend his movement, that gets him 1. And then he could go the other 3. 1, 2, 3. To scoot around just like so. And I'll crack out a laser later, but I do believe this red is blocking line of sight. I know it blocks movement. It might not be blocking line of sight. Doesn't matter. They're out of range anyway. That would be 1 too far for them to see, so I can't reveal him just yet. But he has now gained control of this control point. So they got a firm grasp going on over there. And they're swarming in towards this victory point. That is so not good for me. God, those veterans, oh, they're making me mad. All right, depending on what card they draw, more than likely it will be this blue guy, unless I happen to draw the one that doesn't have a blue on it, but it should. Yep, it says to like mortar something. I have not drawn the blue card yet. Let's see what the blue order card says to do. Blue barrage. We know it's going to be this one, so we don't have to worry about determining. Move towards a hex that is 4 hexes away from the nearest enemy unit. Priorities, closest hex, reading order. There is no enemy unit that is within 4 hexes of him. There's that one that's close, and if it wasn't for this, 1, 2, 3, he could get there. But that guy's too far. And 1, 2, 3, that would bring him farther. So coming around this way is going to get him the closest. 1, 2, 3, 4. He'd be 1 hex too far away, but that does bring him in the right direction. So we are getting him there. We'll drop our 3. If he were 1 hex closer, we would be revealing him during the damage phase. And I do not want to reveal those guys because I'm terrified of what's in there, especially considering that one over here was an anti-tank gun. Bad disc. That's all right, though. Of course, they're going to reveal an anti-tank gun right next to an armored car. That is so bad. I'll move that car up just for them to blow it up. We'll see how it pans out, though. All right, we're going to pause the video here. We will pick up with the next one, the last bit of the maneuver phase. Not a whole lot to maneuver. And then we'll see if I can finally gain control of a victory point, because I have to get at least a couple in my hands in the next round or two. Otherwise, this is going to be a really one-sided game. All right, you guys put your comments down below. Let me know about that stuff I asked about at the beginning of the video. Y'all take care. I'll see you in the next one.